All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest challenges out there, losing that stubborn belly fat. We're going to break down some really simple, actionable tips that get to the heart of the problem and help you finally beat that number one obstacle that trips almost everyone up. So here's the game plan for today. We'll kick things off by figuring out the real problem, which is hunger. Then we'll get into smart food and drink choices, the psychology behind eating, when to eat, and finally, a few super simple daily habits. Nice and straightforward. Okay, first things first. We have to identify the real enemy in this whole fat loss journey. And you know what? It's not carbs, it's not a lack of crunches. The number one thing that stands in your way is just feeling hungry. So let me ask you this. Why do most diets just fail? I mean, you can have the perfect plan, the best intentions in the world, but if you're feeling hungry an hour after you eat, let's be honest, you're probably not going to stick with it for very long. Look, the foundation of all fat loss is a calorie deficit. It's basic math. You have to burn more than you eat. Simple, right? But the real-world challenge isn't the math. It's that nagging feeling of hunger that makes you overeat and completely wipes out all your hard work. So you see, the real secret isn't just managing calories, it's managing hunger. Okay, so now that we know hunger is the main villain here, let's talk about how to fight back. And our best weapons are smart food and drink choices. This is where you can make the biggest dent, for sure. This is such a powerful idea, calorie density. Think about it. On one hand, you have foods like nuts. A tiny handful packs a ton of calories, but does it really fill you up? Nah. On the other hand, you have a huge bowl of salad or veggies. You can eat so much more, feel totally stuffed, and consume way fewer calories. The takeaway here is huge. If you want to feel full, you've got to prioritize volume. And when it comes to carbs, you have to be smart. Not all carbs are the same. Simple carbs, like white rice, they digest super fast. You get a quick energy spike, and then you crash, and you're hungry again. But complex carbs, they're packed with fiber, so they digest slowly. That means you get steady energy, and you stay feeling full for way longer. Now, if you want to talk about feeling full, protein is the absolute champion. It is the most filling, most satisfying nutrient, period. It keeps you full for hours, and it really helps crush those cravings. Plus, and this is a great bonus, your body actually burns more calories just digesting protein. It's a total win-win. And hey, if you're struggling to hit your protein goals, a simple supplement can be a really useful tool. Ooh, this is a big one. Seriously, think about it. You can blend up oats, milk, and protein into a shake and down it in like 2 minutes. But are you going to be full? Probably not for long. Now, imagine eating that same amount of oats as a proper bowl of oatmeal. The act of chewing and digesting solid food sends much stronger "I'm full" signals to your brain. So whenever you can, choose to eat your calories. Don't drink them. But what about those moments between meals when you're just feeling a little hungry? Well, black coffee is a fantastic option. The caffeine is a natural appetite suppressant. And, believe it or not, a diet soda can help in a pinch. The fizz can kind of fill you up. Just a word of caution. They do have chemicals and artificial sweeteners, so you definitely don't want to overdo it. Think of them as a tool to use sparingly. So we've talked a lot about what to eat, but now let's get into the psychology of how you eat. Turns out, with a few simple mind tricks, you can actually feel way more satisfied with less food. Okay, this one might sound a little silly, but I'm telling you, it works. See, it takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to tell your brain, hey, I'm full. If you're using a big spoon and shoveling food in, you can finish your whole plate before that signal ever arrives. But a tiny spoon, it forces you to slow down, take more bites, and it gives your brain time to catch up. Plus, it just tricks you into feeling like you've eaten more. And this really says it all, doesn't it? Eating isn't just about getting fuel in, it's a process. By being patient and just taking your time, you're giving your body's natural signals a chance to work. It's a powerful tool. And here's another simple little hack. Chewing some sugar-free gum. It keeps your mouth busy, and the whole chewing process kind of tricks your brain into thinking food is on the way. It can really help take the edge off when you're feeling hungry between meals. All right, we've covered the what and the how. Now let's dig into the when. Turns out the timing of your meals can be another powerful strategy for keeping hunger under control. This is where a tool like intermittent fasting can be really useful. Now, this isn't some magic diet, okay? It's just an eating pattern. All you're doing is squishing your daily calories into a smaller window of time. The big advantage? You get to eat larger, more satisfying meals instead of a bunch of tiny, unsatisfying ones. So a really common way to do this is the 16-8 method. You fast for 16 hours, and you have an 8-hour window where you eat all your meals. For a lot of people, just pushing that first meal back a few hours makes a world of difference in managing hunger for the rest of the day. Okay, time to bring it all home. Let's talk about a few simple daily habits you can start doing right away that will make all of this stuff so much easier and more effective. First up, and this is non-negotiable, water. You should be aiming for 4 to 5 liters every single day. I know it sounds like a lot, but water has 0 calories. It literally fills up your stomach, and it's one of the easiest, most effective ways to keep hunger at bay. Just get a big water bottle and keep it with you all day. Next, we've got something called the 10-minute rule. It sounds almost too simple to work, but trust me, this little habit can have a massive impact. And here it is. After every single meal you eat, just get up and walk for 10 minutes. That's it. If you eat 4 times a day, boom, that's 40 minutes of easy cardio you just snuck into your day without even trying. It's also great for digestion. And finally, start looking for easy slops. Instead of that big milky latte, just have a black coffee with a tiny splash of milk. Instead of cooking your oatmeal in a cup of milk, cook it in water and then just add a splash on top for that creamy taste. These little things feel like nothing, but they can save you hundreds of calories over the week. So we've covered a ton of simple but really powerful strategies here. The key is not to try and do everything at once. Just start. So I'll leave you with this question. What is the one small change from everything we talked about that you're going to start today?